Hey YouTubers, it's me, Lonnie Clark, Nuts for Art. I just read my third installment of Black Like Me for you. I think I'm doing a better job, but you know, it's not the easiest thing reading a book to people. But I'm going to pursue it. I've had a few comments, people asking me to keep reading. So I'm definitely going to I'm going to read the whole book. And I skipped a day. I wasn't feeling so good. I am going to the doctor tomorrow, so hopefully we'll figure out what's going on with me. But in the meantime, I'm still getting all rabble-roused about the treason of President Felon and his whole pack of attorneys trying to undermine our Constitution. So this is our Constitution. You can get a copy of this when you contribute to the ACLU. Here's the back of it, aclu.org. Please do go and contribute. These attorneys are what's helping save our Constitution and our democracy. I have to remember to look at the right light whenever I talk to this camera. I thought what I would do before I had my piece is read to you why we formed the Constitution of the United States. This is called the preamble. There is a reason why our forefathers created a constitution to form our government. This is it's kind of like a mission statement, right? Every good corporation, every good company has a mission statement of what they're going to provide for their constituencies, for their peoples. And this is ours. As Americans, you listening to it, if you live in the United States of America, you're an American. You live by the American Constitution, even if you're not a full-fledged American. We have American ethics where we treat each other with dignity and respect. That's all gone by the wayside since the MAGA movement started barfing on our country. Actually, it was the Tea Party, and then the MAGA movement upped it and just made being vile normal again, right? So that's what we're having to fight back, is the white supremacy clause of their mentality. So this is the preamble of the Constitution of the United States. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, meaning it wasn't established before, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and to our posterity, meaning we're going to guarantee liberty for ourselves and to our kids. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. That's what it's about. And right now we have a Republican Party who has completely forgotten about their oath of office and their constitutional duty and, frankly, American ethics. I saw today that some treasonous Republicans want to put in a thing to allow Donald Trump to be president 3 times in a row. You know, the day he was elected, I told you guys, he is not going away. These people plan on being permanent. They went to Russia. 6 senators went to Russia on July 4th, 2018 to get direct lessons from Putin's oligarchs on how to undermine the American government using our own system, just like they did in Russia. That's how Vladimir Putin's been president for over 30 years, because he's got in his paid lackeys, he's got all the oligarchs in, and everybody just stands up giving him a hand, standing ovation. And if you object to him, you accidentally get thrown out the window and you've committed suicide. So we cannot take this lightly, this threat that Trump and his gang of criminals are pursuing in our country. And the reason they're going after the Latino community so hard, I guarantee you he upped the vigilance after that lady humiliated him in the church. This is where these monsters are at. I'm going to refrain from cussing as much as I can. So back to the all interconnected of it all. Did you see that Bill Gates is building a nuclear power plant with NuScale? They're going to be building their own little nuclear modular reactors in Utah. I think that's where it's going to go. Same thing like Amazon's doing. And they're restarting all of our nuclear power plants. And Donald Trump just like got away with a whole bunch of safety regulations. In fact, when he illegally fired those inspector generals, who, by the way, are not leaving their jobs, they're staying. That's what I've heard, is some of them are just refusing to leave. And they're suing the government. It's illegal. Donald Trump should be arrested. He should be impeached and arrested for treason, because what he's doing is treasonous to the United States Constitution. They're not following the law. He's just like, he thinks he's like a little king. He can just ride up and, you know, they are loving it that we are freaking out. That's why one of my mottos in life is happiness is resistance. Because you don't want to let these monsters see that they're freaking you out. Like, go about your business. Find reasons to enjoy your life. Don't let them freak you out. Because the power of their evil is going to make them collapse on their own weight. Now, the deal is for us to be able to survive the power of their evil, right? Because they got all the power. We're just like the little peons, which is why we got nuclear contamination everywhere, and we have chemical contamination, and we have medical contamination. We have people, you know, with sponges left in them and shit like that. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's gotten to the point where it is just beyond comprehension. I watch Days of Our Lives, and honestly, that show has the stupidest things that happen on it, but some of it can't be matched by real life. Like, honestly, it's the things that we allow to go on, like this bullshit with the Democrats right now. Oh, we need to find common ground. No, you don't. And in fact, I want to encourage anybody who listens to this message, call your elected representatives, your federal elected representatives in Washington, D.C. Mine are Jeff Merkley, Ron Wyden, and Andrea Salinas in the House. And I call them all the time and poke them and tell them that I do not want them cooperating at all with the GOP. I do not want them finding common ground. I do not want them calling them our friends, because they're not our friends. They are our enemies. They are un-American traitors to our government who should be arrested, most of them. Like, it's just incomprehensible that we have people who were involved in January 6th still sitting in the House of Representatives and still sitting in the Senate. Josh Hawley should be arrested. They should all just be arrested. And Merrick Garland should be arrested. Like, honestly, Merrick Garland is a traitor in my view. Like, talk about pissed off. Anyways, I still want you guys to call your elected representatives, because we really need everybody to lean into this. It's not pointless. And don't expect anybody, because it's just some intern answering the phone, somebody who's 23, 24 years old, getting credit for college, working for a congressman or a senator. And they're just given a script. They are not allowed to give you any answers. They cannot tell you any position that the senator has or the congresswoman or the congressman has. They cannot tell you anything. They are not, the rules inside the Senate and the House are so anti-American, un-American in my view, and I've been bitching about it for years. When I started calling around 2000, and I think I started calling the senators around 2002, 3, and 4. That's when I started like poking them. They know me. I mean, I actually met with Jeff Merkley. I met with Ron Wyden to try to get the nuclear power plant up in Washington, D.C. They were talking about renewing. It got renewed, of course, doink, as if we would have any power at all. Yeah, we're going to meet with our congressmen. We're going to meet with our senators and tell them that this nuclear power plant is bad. So they're going to close it down because it's dangerous. I used to be so naive, you guys. Like, I used to really believe we could do. Now, the only reason I really do call them is just to poke them in the eye, to let them know we're not going to take it laying down. And that's why I want you to do it, because honestly, we need people to make them very uncomfortable when they're doing treasonous acts against us. This is complete. We need to push back hard. There is no cooperating with these un-American traitors. There's zero. So please do call your congressmen or your senators. Find out. You can go to www.senate.gov, and it should pop up, and there'll be a list. I print out the list of all the senators every time there's a new Congress or a new Senate. I print out the list of all the senators, and I print out the list of all the congressmen. And all the congressmen, because there's so many, you can pick them by state or you can pick them by name. And I print them out both just so that I can see quickly who's in what state. But when I call, I use the one by name because it's so much easier. And call Hakeem Jeffries too. He may not be your House member, but he is the Democratic leader. I mean, unfortunately, we've only got two parties, and actually one party called the Republicrats, right? They're like this much difference. But you know, this much difference between the two is a big difference. Because you know what the difference is? One party wants to set up social services. The other party wants to walk on our heads and hold their boots to our neck. At least the Democrats are willing to set up social programs. The $35 insulin thing just went away because President Traitor just rolled it back. So now everybody who needs insulin is going to be paying $500-$600 a shot, or $100 or whatever insane thing it costs to get insulin. We're under assault, you guys. The war is on. We're not going to have a civil war. We are having a civil war, and our enemies have infiltrated the government. And so we actually need to fight back. And the way we fight back is we call our elected officials and we pressure them to not cooperate with the traitors. And if one of our elected officials is the traitors, you call them up and you tell them that they're traitors, and tell them that they can always change their mind, that they are not loyal to Donald Trump. They are not loyal to MAGA. They took an oath to this, our Constitution, to uphold these laws and these regulations. The words: ensure domestic tranquility, not rabble-rouse with MAGA. We've got like how many people? 30,000 people every year getting killed in our country from guns. And there is no gun control at all yet. Establish justice. What kind of justice is it when a traitor can storm the White House, not go to jail, have us spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on the court cases for these 1,500 people, and then that traitor releases them all out into the general public to threaten our lives? That's not justice. Thank you very much, Joe Biden and Merrick Garland. Provide for the common defense. Do you think our common defense is being provided for by the world's largest military on the planet that does nothing but nonstop war? I don't think so. Promote the general welfare. That means taking care of you and me and all the poor people. So I guess with that, we would need like a monthly stipend, right? We can get like $1,000, $2,000 a month instead of sending it all to the war machine. For the money we send on the war machine, we could get every single person in this country $2,000 a month just as a stipend to stay off the streets, and so they wouldn't be so broke. And we would not be that much in debt. Literally, we are sending $10 million a day plus in aid every single day to Israel. Every day we are sending more than $10 million a day to Israel. But there's no money for the poor people. Tell me that's justice. That's not justice. And to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and to our posterity. And apparently the only way we're going to have the blessings of liberty to ourselves is if we demand it. If we refuse to capitulate to these guys. So I am pleading with all of you to please call your elected officials. Poke them in the eye. Don't let them off the hook. Make them remember what it means to be an American, where Americans had ethics and congeniality, where we treated each other with respect. We didn't call each other names and be vile and make fun. And I mean, honest to God, the name calling is just, it's like, is the entire country of the United States 13 years old? Oh, shit. Sorry, I just spilled my coffee. Anyways, time to hang up. Put your courage feet on, you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye. Please like, share, subscribe, and please make a comment below, and we can have a little combo. Ciao. Come on, you.